Yo, did anyone catch that last line? I know I'm not the only one that caught that last line of the episode from the narrator. Gon is now fired up. That shit was just so ironic to see at the end of this episode. I'm not gonna lie. Hilarious stuff. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're probably better off because too much to deal with. But anyway, this episode of Hunter x Hunter, Dodgeball never seemed more gruesome, epic, and scary all at the same time. I mean, when I was in school, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't a big fan of Dodgeball. I was like, come on, people are gonna hit me with a ball all over. No, 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 no. So just imagine that times a billion, where dudes is getting their heads ripped off from a ball. I'm not gonna lie. This episode, the goriness, the bloodiness, once again, was in full effect, and it's crazy because Hunter x Hunter, especially this adaptation, this particular take on it, is kind of more light. It's kind of more bright. It's kind of more, it can be considered kid friendly, so to speak. And to see dude just lost his head, like he took out the dude's head, blood everywhere. That's crazy. Not only that, but then when Gon takes it to the face by the ball, like crazy blood coming everywhere. So Madhouse ain't pulling punches with this one either. Even though it's probably targeted for kids at some given point, they do want to have kids get into it, so they could merchandise, but they also still keeping the gritty and blood. Maybe it's downplayed from the manga or the original, I'm not sure, but nonetheless, they still are bringing in the blood, so you can't knock them for that. That was freaking awesome to see, I'm not gonna lie. And this episode overall is just really structured nicely. One of the things I want to say though, and maybe later on I'll get to see it. I've heard rumors, but what's up with Bisky, man? What's going on with Biscuit, dog? Like, when am I gonna see her do something epic? Because I've been hearing Biscuit is beast. When I did my top 10 or top 5 most epic females, they were like, just wait till you see Biscuit in full effect. What's up with Biscuit, man? Like, I thought she would be dominating this dodgeball game. I mean, she supposedly is this strong, so I can't wait to see if Biscuit is going to show, like, true potential or whatnot, because I'm excited to see what Biscuit can do. Like, I'm just saying, when are we going to see Biscuit in action? So that was one of my other thoughts in this particular episode. Is like, she wasn't really too involved much. She was more so in the back burner. And it's also a little weird how she seems to be like some crazy strong master or whatnot that's in this game, yet she really doesn't know a lot of the things that is going on. Like, for the fact that she seems surprised when the revelation, so to speak, of that this is actually in the real world. And I thought Bisky would have known that by now. She was like, it's real? We're in the real world? So that kind of also threw me off a little bit. It's like, what's up with Bisky? Like, a little bit weird there. Nothing wrong with it, but just a little weird. Then you also have Hisoka, like the strategy that he uses showed that, he's not to be played with. And he seems a little interested. I'm not going to lie. Like, things are really interesting when Hisoka is actually like, this is interesting, because his bungee didn't work when he threw the ball the second time, so that was interesting as well. Now Ging, or Gene, however you want to say, Gon's father and whatnot, once again being he's so hard on his son, and he don't even know his son. Like, if you look at it in real world aspects, it's like, I mean, people say Goku was a piece of shit father, but god damn, at least he spent time with his son before he, like, punched him in the face and shit like that, training. This dude is like, kill my son if you have to, give him a hard time. Like, god damn, you don't even know the kid. So, that's always goes through my mind about Gene. Like, you don't even know the kid, and you're saying to this dude, go as hard as you possibly can. Like, what about if Gon really wasn't up to par, and right there when he tried to take the ball, he wouldn't have just been knocked out of his boots? Like, I don't know, man. That's just my opinion on the whole matter. Again, I always bring that up because it's just interesting. Like, anime fathers, what the fuck is going on? And yeah, this episode overall, like, just again, another really awesome one, because, like, Hunter x Hunter with Greed Island, there's been a couple of instances where it's been like a little bit more on the explanation side and not really moving forward with any of the crazy action. Or in this particular one, I guess you could call it action, but I mean, it's a game, so it really just was just a lot of strategy and motion, I would say. So that was pretty interesting overall, though, like the way things are going. And also, the way everything was structured with the different games prior to the dodgeball, like they had the boxing game and there was a couple different games. It kind of remind me. It's almost as if Yoshihito was taking from his original series Yu Yu Hakusho. When, if anybody recalls or anybody watched the greatness of Yu Yu Hakusho, if you haven't watched it right now, but there was actually Game Master, this guy Game Master, and he had all sorts of different games, and it was kind of like a similar scenario, I would say. So I definitely say that if he was inspired from anything to do this particular set of matches, it was from his previous work, which is a cool little tidbit. So yeah, overall, phenomenal episode. Definitely got to say that it was nothing really wrong with it aside from that I want to see Bisky more in action. Gene just comes off as more of a dick as time goes on. Like, maybe he has his reasons, but nonetheless, dude, like, what the fuck, man? That's your son, goddamn. And yeah, basically, there wasn't really nothing too problematic with this particular episode. Animation, Madhouse, come on, they 5-star, 5-star. So yeah, episode overall, 4.5 out of 5. 5 out of 5, somewhere like in between that. I mean, there wasn't anything too wrong, but at the same time, this wasn't like the greatest episode of all time, but it was still up there. I'm not gonna lie, it was still up there. It was just like, dodgeball, like, never seemed so violent, and Gon is all fired up now. But let me know what you think, though. What do you think as far as my whole assessment of Biscuit? Will I see Biscuit? Will we see Biscuit for anime only viewers? Will we see Biscuit do something crazy soon? Like, what do you think about it? Me personally, I'm hoping we see something epic with her because we've heard rumors. And also, what do you think about Gene? God damn, this dude with his son. Just your real thoughts, because I don't know. I thought this episode, like, it advanced other things besides just what's going on the Greed Island side of things. It also just, like, overall, like, the relationships. And he's like, oh, so Gene, and vice versa. I think that was adding to the dynamics of, once again, Golan's ultimate goal to find his father. So there's that. But yeah, that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up for Gon, because right now he is pissed off and he's getting ready to go into this dodgeball deadly ass game full force. For ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.